Hello everybody, my name is Chuck Williamson and I will be your instructor this summer semester for this English 300 course, which will be taking place online, as you know already, I'm sure. For some of you, I know this is your first online class, and feel free to ask for help throughout the semester, even if you feel that the question might be quote-unquote stupid. There are no stupid questions, as you know, especially with online classes. This is the first video that I'll be posting this semester of several, of course. And this is just going to be covering the syllabus. So if you'll go ahead and get the syllabus, which is available online, and follow along, that would be great. At the top of the syllabus is my name and email address. You can contact me by email. You can also contact me by telephone. If you need my telephone number to schedule a conference of some sort, feel free to email me. Unfortunately, there will be no face-to-face meetings unless you happen to live in or near Columbus, Ohio. So please be aware of that. There will be 2 textbooks for this class, though only one is required, and that is writing and reading across the curriculum that can be found in any campus bookstore. The catalog description and the course goals and objectives, I think you can read on your own, and I think by now you should know what English 300 is all about. I will go over, however, the attendance policies. Now, the class week runs from Monday to Friday. The exact times are posted on your syllabus, but the class week ends at Friday at 6 p.m. Now, if you're a procrastinator, you're going to have to break out of that habit, because I want to make sure that you're doing work Monday through Friday, or at least not putting all of your work off until Friday. That sort of behavior will not be tolerated. You should probably try to come up with a schedule to do the work on your own. But just keep that in mind. I want to make sure that your participation is done weekly, not in one large lump sum. And this is especially true of the peer editing days. In peer editing, your classmates are relying on you to respond to their writing promptly. And I would like for you all to keep that in mind. And this should be true of every assignment. Online quizzes. Now, online quizzes are due the Wednesday of each week at 5 p.m. The first quiz will be this week, and I think there will be 3 overall. 10 questions, should be very simple, but just make sure you complete each quiz. And each quiz should be going over the rhetorical chapters of your textbook, the part of your textbook that is about, just the writer's guide, I suppose you can call it. Now, online discussions will also be taking place. Now, your discussion post should be a minimum of 500 words, with 1 original post and 2 response posts. Of course, I do welcome you all to write more, but that is the minimum requirement. I should also let you know that these posts should be thoughtful. Obviously, they should show some sort of analytical or critical thought. There should be no summarization. There should be no clunky, poor grammar. Don't give me the OMG. Don't pretend that these are text messages. Treat these as at least semi-formal class assignments, and you should have an idea of what I'm expecting. You can look on the syllabus for examples of good and bad discussion posts. At the end of each week that we have discussion posts, I would like for you to send me what you've written in a MS Word document. This can be either a DOC file or a DOCX file. And that way I have a better idea of what you've done throughout the week. So whenever I give you your grade for that week, it'll be easier for me to assess the quality of your work. If you don't send me that MS Word document, unfortunately I won't be able to give you a grade for that week. So I'll warn you, of course, if I don't get it. Don't worry, you're not going to fail instantly. But just be mindful of that. I want to make sure that you're all in the habit of sending me that document by 6 o'clock on Friday. Okay, so there are some other sections we need to go over as well. Most importantly, of course, is peer editing groups. Peer editing, you've done this before, probably in your English 100 class, and we'll be doing it again, this time online. I will put each of you into groups of 5 people, and in that group, you will be asked to post your rough draft, which should be about 1.5 pages, 2 pages. It can be sloppy. It can be as goofy as you want. Post that by, let's say, Wednesday. Now, in your peer editing groups, you will first post your original paper, your rough draft, and then by Friday, you will respond to each person's rough draft. And this should talk about both form and content, and these should be good substantive responses. Don't give me the one-word responses or one-sentence responses. Don't say things like, wow, that was great, or gee golly, willikers, that was an interesting paper. That's not going to help anyone. Really, this is for your benefit. This is for everybody's benefit. This is not some BS filler assignment, but a way for you to become better critical thinkers and critical of your own writing and each other's writing. So make sure you get into the habit of giving good responses on this. There's also going to be a brainstorming forum, but that's optional. That's up to you. Now, plagiarism is always the elephant in the room in these sort of classes. So let's go ahead and talk about academic dishonesty. Now, academic dishonesty is it is not tolerated in any sort of academic environment. And this especially holds true of plagiarism. Plagiarism is when you take someone else's words or ideas and present them as your own. And of course, that's not tolerated. The first time that you commit an act of plagiarism, it results in failure of that assignment. The second time, failure in the class. So make sure you don't do it. Again, I don't accept excuses for plagiarism. If you do it, even if it's accidental, I'm sorry. Please familiarize yourselves with the rules on plagiarism in your textbook. That way you won't become its victim. You will have 4 major assignments in this class. That is the disciplinary analysis, the synthesis essay, the research project, and of course the annotated bibliography which goes with that research project. We'll go over each of these as the semester progresses. Actually, your next video will be on the disciplinary analysis, which should be posted very soon. So keep your eyes open for that. The rest of the syllabus I think you can read on your own. It goes over the basics of any class. Most important, I want you to look at the schedule for assignments for each week. Make sure you're following that, okay? Don't fall behind. I know in a class like this, it's very easy to fall behind, but I've tried to make everything as clear as possible on the syllabus. There's 3 types of assignments for each week. Those are the readings with quizzes. Read those, take the quiz by Wednesday. Then there's the discussion post. Usually there will be readings that will go with your discussion post. Do the readings, discuss the readings in the discussion boards. And other assignments. These are assignments, you know, some of these will just be watch this video or read this handout. But you will be responsible for completing each of those in a timely fashion each week. So make sure that you're following the syllabus and you don't get left behind. I believe that's it for this video. There should be another on the disciplinary analysis that should be posted on Monday. So I will see you then. And again, thank you for taking English 300. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me.